Ho ho, hearties! A very good evening to you. It's just me, Scottie McClue. Welcome, welcome. I say Tuesday night. The time just gone 8 minutes past 9, and we're on the 30th of May, 2023. Good to have you with us. Welcome, welcome. I say tell 10 to tell 10 to tell 10. That's Scottie McClue, hashtag float high. The first lord of the internet is live and talking to you on the TikTok and on the YouTube. Let everybody know that we are here and come and join us. Let us know where you're watching from, of course. That's always very, very important. And there's lots and lots of lovely new videos for you. So there you are. You see, I spoil you. I say you're absolutely ruined. So do come and join us and let's hear what is what. I'll give you a little bit more visual on the YouTube channel. There we are. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Oh, yes, absolutely. A little bit more balanced. Dinky-Doo from East Kilbride. Wow, I used to listen to you on the radio about 27 years ago. Joanne, that would be right. It's 31 years in about 3 weeks' time since I started on the radio. Dinky-Doo from East Kilbride, we're lovely to have you with us. Good evening, brother Scottie Dinky-Doo. Buster, a very, very good evening to you. Thank you so much for contributing to the live goal. Who has given me a red rose already? Right there. That's so beautiful of you. Thank you very, very much. So there we go. Buster has sent me a red rose. We thank Buster very much indeed. Very kind of you. And Darren has sent me a red rose as well. We've only been up a few seconds, guys. We've already got 4 beautiful red roses. David McCafferty, hi, Scottie Dinky-Doo. All right, Scottie Dinky-Doo. A very good evening to you, says the wonderful. Oh, somebody sent me a hat and mustache. Who sent that? Let's see. Andrew's sending red roses as well. Lord McGregor of Irvine. Thank you, sir. So very, very kind of you, your lordship. And Dinky-Doo, your all top gift as well deserved, Scottie. Buster, you're very, very kind. How are you, Scottie? Guys, remember to tell us where you're from. Who sent me a beautiful TikTok? And now, oh my goodness, Andrew Hall sent 58 red roses. That's so lovely of you guys. Thank you. Thank you. Because I'll tell you what I use the pennies for. I use them for advertising for the show. So I'd love to build the show. We've actually got a GOFUNDME, and it's that.com, and then you / and you get Scottie-McClue, I think it is. I shall tell you, from Campbelltown. How lovely. Campbelltown will be stunningly, stunningly beautiful tonight. So there you are. Scottie, what's your opinions on homophobia? Well, I don't know why people are homophobic. Do you know what I mean? I think some people are so far up themselves, if I may use that expression, that I think they think they're so beautiful and that somebody of the same sex will fancy them. You know, very, very, very strange. Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us. Hey, from Durham. Durham will be stunningly beautiful tonight. Oh, see when you're coming down, what is it, the A1, and you just see the twin towers of the cathedral in the distance. My heart jumps, I think. How beautiful, Durham Cathedral. Dinky-Doo. Lana, don't try and be funny because you're not. So there we are. Lana is not so cool. Good afternoon from Indiana. We love you, Indiana. Rick Stockton in Indiana. Do you drive a Land Rover? I did up until about 2 months ago. I don't any longer, but that's the old P38 Range Rover. Very, very nice cars, I could tell you. So there you are. Now, beautiful Durham Cathedral. We love it. The trolls are out. Yes, indeed. School holidays. What is it? Tut, tut, tuttity, tut to the trolls. There we are, guys. Don't troll. You never troll, you never scroll with Scottie McClue, because if you troll, you'll end up getting a lifetime ban. So don't be silly. Remember, I've been around for 40 years on television and radio, so I've heard all of this before. Scottie, want to hear a joke? Well, not at the moment, Jordan, because we're very, very busy. What's happening, Scottie? Subterranean says, Ha ha. Excellent stuff. We love it. Guys, can everybody follow? Does Scotty say trans rights? Yes, if that's what people want to do. I think the 16 years old's a little bit early, to be honest, to be deciding these things if you're going to go the full bit. Do you know what I mean? The man, the legend, libertarian-minded Dinky-Doo. Hi, Scotty. Hi, Susan. Lovely to have you with us. Welcome, welcome. I say, can everybody tell everyone else about the YouTube channel, right? Very important. Scottie McClue Talk Show. That's all you look up. Sammy's very strange. Have you ever had a fist fight? Don't be ridiculous, Sammy. Who would ever risk that with me? Look, I'm going to show you a bicep if I can get it on screen. Look, right? Now, there's my hand. Do you see the size of my hand compared to the bicep? Who would want to be on the receiving end of one of these? A fourpenny one. So there you have it. Soralba Chucky, absolutely lovely to have you with us. Scotty is a strong man. Alba Gavra, wow, absolutely. Thoughts on a united Ireland? Well, David, I was talking to somebody very senior who works close to the source of power in Dublin, and they were telling me, they said, Scotty, it's just a matter of time. So there you are. But I don't know how long the time is from that point of view. So Dinky-Doo, lovely to have you with us. Excellent stuff. And as you know, we don't talk football. But what I have done, I've gone down to Ibrox and I've gone down to Celtic Park, to Paradise, and done you a video on both. Oh my goodness, Scotty, we look so similar. Don't we just? Are you sure you're not looking into the phone? Can I get a shout out? Yes, you can. Scotty boy, top man, Dinky-Doo. Thank you very much, Aaron. Happy days, legend Scotty. Guys, tell us where you're watching from and share. And can every single one of you start going tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap on your telephones? And that'll let people know what's happening. I'm going to share. If I disappear on the YouTube, it's because I'm sharing to let people on Facebook know we're live now. So I'll just put Scotty live now on YouTube and TikTok. And the time is, so we'll put 21:16 p.m. 21:16 p.m. That's for the Americans. 21:16 p.m. Do you like that? See what I just did there? How amazing is that? And that just lets the Facebookers know what's happening, folks. It's only fair. I always feel it's only fair to do that sort of thing. So there we are. And we'll let them know what is what from Galashiels, Scotty. Dinky-Doo. Sonny Jim, I don't think that's going to happen because of what the man did. So there you are. I'm sure you'd love to hear your old chum, but I don't think that's going to happen, Sonny Jim. So I would save your breath for cooling your porridge. Ian has sent me, oh my goodness, 80% of the goal. Ian's sending me red roses. We've achieved the goal, guys. Woo! Thank you so much. Thank you. All right, Scotty from Lark Hall. Do you like Rangers? Well, I don't dislike them. Check the videos. Or Celtic. Well, I don't dislike them either. Check the videos, the latest videos. Are you a judge? Yes. Have you been up before me before? I don't know, my lord. What time do you get up? Have you ever been to Shetland? Sadly, no. That's a luxury, Frank, that I have been denied up until now. Scotty has a love for everyone. I do actually. I do not discriminate. You know, I might discern, but I don't discriminate. And I've only once not discerned enough and got involved with a very, very, very bad man indeed, a narcissist. So there you are, and lost a lot of money to the narcissist by trusting the wrong person. But I've only done it once, Although I would say to every single one of you, once is enough. The only bad man I've ever met in my life. Is that not amazing? And he took money from me. So there we are. Hello, Scotty from Indiana. Are you related to Alex Ferguson? Sadly not. A very fine man. When I worked for Grampian Television in Aberdeen almost 40 years ago, the manager of Aberdeen was one Alex Ferguson. Then when I moved to Manchester to present Century's late night phone-in, the manager of Man United, was one Alex Ferguson, and they were so successful, and he was so successful. Wonderful man. So there you are, Dinky-Doo. Lovely to have everybody with us. Happy birthday to my daddy, who's called Bo, says Reese. I can, Reese, yes. Right, guys, off to the comments here on the YouTube. Hi, Scotty Dinky-Doo, the wonderful David McCafferty. All right, Scotty Dinky-Doo. Good evening to Sir Thomas Stevenson, libertarian-minded, the man and the legend. Hi, Scotty, says Susan. Scotty, have you ever had a pint in Carson's in the Whifflet? William, that's another luxury I've denied myself. And I don't actually do the pints now. I don't do the alcohol. For no other reason otherwise than I just probably decided that'll do for now. But I can remember as a young person standing in Glasgow Central Station, and I didn't know where trains going to Whifflet were. And then when I took over L107 radio, I can remember travelling through the Coat Brig and up the brae, as we say, up the brae towards the flats, and there was Whifflet. I'm drunk tonight, Scotty. I've been drinking since 9 a.m. Billy, that is not good for you. Do you like whiskey, Scotty? Matthew, I know my whiskies very, very well, but I don't drink them any longer. Hi, Scotty. What do you think of the gossip that's gone on lately with Philip Schofield? Should this morning be axed? Well, I mean, I think I steer clear of all that until we know the absolute truth, the facts, right? Because there's claim this and claim that and claim the next thing. So obviously there's been a wee touch of a nest of vipers going on there. But what I did suggest last week is, what about me sitting in on this morning and presenting the show until they get somebody even better? What about that? Great stuff, Scotty Dinky-Doo, William. The big tree and the Whifflet, absolutely. So fantastic. Avitka, we won't go into name calling on here. We're not a knocking shop. Do you ever like Piers Morgan? Should he replace Philip Schofield? Well, Piers Morgan is an outstanding journalist. He's an outstanding broadcaster. And he attracts huge, huge audiences. A bit like my good self, dare I say. So they should be looking at somebody of that caliber, I would say. Now, there we are. Thon thing, Peter Frigrinuk, Dinky-Doo. Peter, you'll be very proud. I was at Parkhead today. Met some lovely people and made you a lovely wee TikTok video. So you better get looking. Guys, has everybody watching right now followed me? Everyone, I mean. CBS News, so there we are, ABC News, Kieron News, ABC News. Any update in the story about Hans, who brought down the German aircraft, I believe? Did you like that one? Guys, have a thumb through. You'll see me in a grey crew neck, and I'll tell you the story of Hans, whose grandfather brought down over 1,100 German aircraft. I'd say you'd polish away a few battered Mars bars. Look, would I not just... I don't know, do battered Mars bars actually exist? I've never, ever seen one. Not surprised you were at Parkhead. Why, user 817? So there we are. I was also at Ibrox yesterday. So are you surprised I was at Ibrox? Are you not surprised? Oh, I'm no surprised you were at Ibrox, Scotty. And I'm no surprised you were at Parkhead. I'm just no surprised. There we are. I saw your TikTok about your team. Did you see it, JFD? Which one was my team? All right, Scotty, a shout out for wee Fishy and George in Saltcoats. Dinky-Doo, George. There we are. Septic fans hate you, Scotty. Well, if they're septic, then that's not a problem, but they were certainly loving me today. I spoke to plenty of them, and they got a photo taken with me. So there we go. Evening, watch you from South Yorkshire, Sheffield, Pagrant. You are so good, so lovely to have you with us. And Dinky-Doo, I say to every single one of you, guys, I need another 100 followers right now. Do you know the place called Dunoon? I do indeed. Why are people so obsessed about what team you support? Typical Glasgow people. Well, it's tiny thinking, isn't it? It's a trap to see what your denomination of Christianity you are. That's what it is. It's a wee tiny-minded trap to see what denomination. Are you a Catholic? Roman Catholic, I should say. Or are you a Protestant? And there you are. Have you been to Dunoon, pal? Carl, my family were huge in Dunoon. So there you are. They originated from Glendaruel and Kilfinnan and Toward. So there you have it. Tremendous stuff. I could tell you all about Dunoon, you know. So what can I tell you about Dunoon? Alexander Street, Nelson Street, the Promenade, Wellington Street, King Street, the Bishop's Glen, the West Bay, the Bullwood in Ellen, further up the road, Hunter's Quay, Kirn, you know, Arnadam. Well, you know, what do you want to know? Are you a Rangers fan, Scotty? I'm a Celtic fan. Well, I might be a Celtic fan too. Have you checked out my video from today? I love piping at the Dunoon games. I used to go to the Dunoon games every single year. And one year, my hero, Colin Mitchell of the Argylls, was the chieftain. And another year, Brigadier Lon Campbell, Major Lon, as we knew him, VC, was the chieftain. Is that not fabulous? Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. Tell us a fun fact about yourself. I'm a time traveler, and I'm over 2 million years old. I'm watching you from South Yorkshire. We got that one, didn't we? I could see you on the couch next to Holly, Scotty. Give a shout out to my uncle, Sticky Vicky. Yes, that sounds a bit dodgy. The Clan McDougall is the best clan. Well, the Clan McDougall is Oban in Argyll, Dunolly Castle. And the McDougalls used to rule Lawn. The McDougalls of Lawn, the Galley of Lawn. So they were very, very big, but the Campbells overran them. So there we are, as they did with so many. Dunolly Castle. And the McDougalls, the chief used to stay there. The Black Douglas, yes, indeed. Well, now you're talking about the Douglas and Angus. You're talking about the Douglas, the Cameronians. Yes, indeed. You're well clued up, Scotty. Oh, Stephen, you have to be on here. Biggest achievement you've had? Biggest achievement I've had was probably talking to all of you on TikTok right now. Are you married? Don't be ridiculous. Who would have me? We betrayed Robert the Bruce, but Samuel, Robert the Bruce was on the loose. See what I just did there? In Tarbert, in Argyll. And he was about to starve to death. And a female goat came along, and she had milk in her breasts and let him suckle her milk. That kept him going. Cartoon Carlton says, was this a Brucey bonus? Very good. I see what you just did there, Cartoon Carlton. But no. Robert the Bruce managed to get goat's milk in him, and he survived. And he said that when he became king, he would allow all goats to roam wild in Scotland. And very often, I could take you to a road right now and you drive up and you'll see the wild goats by the roadside. Yes, indeed. There we are. Fantastic stuff. Isco Bride has went right downhill. Billy, it's not went downhill, it's gone downhill. Thank you for my beautiful goal, guys. That was so lovely of you all. Unbelievable knowledge. There you are, Samo. All for you, dear boy. That's why I do all that studying. A guy tonight was trying to tell me about the McNeil brothers that started Rangers in 1872. And he was saying, I'm educating you, Scotty. Do your homework. Cheeky monkey. You'll see his comments. Angel is sending me red roses. Angel, that is so kind. Eva says, I freaking love you. My goodness me. Would you rather Celtic than Rangers? You see, there's pros and cons for and against both. So there you are. But check out the videos, guys. Now, Cook. I think, guys, can you check Cook's comment and say, should we give Cook a lifetime ban for just being silly? Angel, thank you. Angela, thank you so much. I'm from Cambuslang, also a bit dreary. Not at all. I came through Cambuslang today on my way back from Parkhead. And what religion are you? I'm a universalist. Yes, I embrace all religions. So there you are. Your favourite all-time footballer in Scotland. Favourite all-time footballer in Scotland. Wee Jinky Johnson was pretty good. Willie Johnson. Billy McNeil. Dennis Law. Graham Souness. Morris Johnson. John Robertson. Oh, it's so difficult, guys. There's just been so many. Just Kenny Dalglish. Quite fantastic. Scotland, like the way Scotland produces great people. Willie Henderson. Yes, absolutely. Willie was great. So there we are. Lol, he's not giving you an inch, lads. Absolutely. Jim Baxter, another wonderful man. Archie Gemmell, absolutely. Name me a red tractor. The Massey Harris. Yes. And then Massey Ferguson. The David Brown. They were red tractors. The wee grey Ferguson. Love them as well. Fantastic. Jockey Wilson, a real athlete. Well, I'm an athlete and a black belt in karaoke. I used to live in Cambuslang and then moved to Kilbride, also a Celtic fan. Have you checked out my video for tonight? Everybody should do that. Guys, check out all of the TikTok videos and check out the YouTube channel. We're live on YouTube right now. Can everybody check the YouTube channel? It's called Scottie McClue Talk Show. Right? And subscribe and get following. Everybody watching right now should be following Scottie McClue. I need another 100 followers within the next 60 seconds. Can we do that, guys? So David Stirling. Oh, wow. Yes. Do you know, I was talking to a best friend of mine a week past on Friday. And I was telling him the fond memories I had of his wonderful father and his uncle. And he went, yes, my uncle. And he told me about his uncle, who I used to work for, and was a delightful man, an absolute gent, very quiet. And he said that his uncle was in the first SAS team with David Stirling. And I looked him up, and so he was. Thank God I never cheeked up to him. I'll tell you, he was a proper original SAS man. Are you Winston Churchill? Selling. if I was Winston Churchill, I would put more emphasis on certain ways of speaking. We shall fight them on the beaches. We shall fight them in the air, on land, and on sea. But we shall never, never give in. Any good guys for Churchill? I'd see some good Churchills played in the movies, but they don't get the voice right. What do you know about Ardrossan Castle, says John? John, if you knew nothing about Ardrossan Castle, I would probably know just marginally less. So you need to tell me. What does floatie mean? Hashtag floatie, one of the most important hashtags on the internet. First Lord of the Internet. That's me. C'est moi, Monsieur McCLUE. Oui, oui. Hello, my good fellow. Can you listen to Orange Soda? There we are. Right. I've drunk an orange soda. Can you please sing happy birthday to my friend Kay? Max, I would if I could. You cannot sing happy birthday on the internet or you'll get hit with a copyright strike. Kieran says, my ma was a legend. God rest her. Well, Kieran, she must have been a legend because she had a son that was you. And that's pretty legendary. Do you like deep fried meat pies? I've never had one. Oh, I have. I tell you a whopper, Pinocchio. Yes, I have. I had a deep fried meat pie in a chip shop. And they deep fried the steak and kidney pie. What about that? Fried pie. You're so cute, Scotty. I thank you, Eva. You're very kind. Have you ever been to Lochgelly in Fife, Ken? No, but I've felt the weight of a Lochgelly in my hands in the school because Dix the Saddlers used to make the belts for the schools, the toys. Dinky-Doo. Stupid hat. Well, I could put another hat on for you if you want. I'll put on my Glengarry. Would you prefer that? There we are. If you think this hat's too stupid for you, you must be very clever if you think my hat's stupid. I don't know. I see. Now then. Right, we'll put that there. And we'll put the Glengarry on. Oh, right. How's that? Is that less stupid for you? That's what I call an intelligent hat. So you'd better not be calling it stupid, I tell you. And do you know what these were for? The tapes at the back of the Glengarry. They were for tying up your hair in a bun in the 1700s so that they didn't get singed by the gunpowder. Your hats are perfect. I like you as you are. Camila, you are so very, very kind. Follow us, guys, as soon as you can. How are we doing for time? Oh, my goodness. We've been up for half an hour. I can't believe it. Guys, I need another 70 followers. Who's going to get following right now? And also, we need more taps. So can everybody tap their phone? Right? Now, this means take your phone, tap, tap, tappity, tap, tappity, tappity, tap on the face of your phone. Do it right now. Everybody watching, tap, tap, tap. And that'll just let folk know we're live. Get following, guys. Hi, Scotty. Let's get the North of Ireland united once again. Well, Father Spliffmass. Yes, I know you're probably an Irish priest with a name like Father Spliffmass. So there you are. I won't ask how you got your name, but what I'm just wondering is, do you think that the North wants to be run from Dublin? And do you think that Dublin wants to pick up the tab for the North? So rather than you just going headlong into it after 101 years, you know, why don't we actually look at it properly and get talking? I mean, we need the people back into Stormont. Are you a unionist? Toolbox. Why would I be a unionist when there is no case for the union? Nobody has ever made a de facto case for the union. Who's in the picture behind you? Me. And a guy yesterday going, this guy's got pictures of himself up. What kind of halfwit goes on like that? Did he want pictures of him up? These were presented to me by radio stations. Isn't that lovely? Tammy, I had to get somewhere else. I get my orders from above, you see. Scotty, what team do you support? Well, ER, you'll have to decide. I was at Ibrox last night, and I was at Celtic Park today, and you'll see the videos I've made on my TikTok video. Scotty, did you know Diana had a Ford RS Turbo? Yes, I did E30, and I think it went for now something absolutely huge. It was immaculate. And it was a 1600 RS Turbo. Was that 1600? And did it not go for something like £800,000? Or am I talking nonsense? Tell me more. Come to the mighty Killy. Absolutely. The last time I was at Killy, a long time ago, the manager came up. He said, Scotty, you're staying to the end of the game. I said, I am. Well, if I leave you the keys, would you lock up for me? Only teasing. Love your hat. Absolutely, Scott Strathdy. Thank you so much. Good point, Scotty. Not that easy to just unify Ireland, but that's up to them. Well, am I dead yet? It's all very well saying that's up to them, but I think we should all help if we can. As long as we know what we're talking about. I mean, McCLUE's studied all these things, done his homework, educated. Scotty, do you like the monarchy? No, I don't like the monarchy. I love the monarchy. Sing our national anthem. Who's asking that? ER says, sing our national anthem. National anthem of Scotland. God save our gracious King. Long live our noble King. God save the King. Send him victorious, happy and glorious, long to reign over us. God save the King. There you are, Scottish national anthem. Is that not amazing? Scotty, do you like the Bobby? Well, he's a very, very nice chap. He's been our local community constable for years. And he's also got a sergeant. And I like the sergeant as well. So that's two Bobbies who I would say you should meet. You would like them, John, because I know you like the Bobby. Excellent stuff, but you'd like the sergeant as well. Dinky-Doo, Aljan. Scott, have you ever been to Shawlands? Dwayne, have I been to Shawlands? I've virtually lived in Shawlands. It was my local village. My grandmother's maiden name was McCLUE. Yes, indeed. So there we are. Now, what have we got here? She wanted it in red, but the security said it had to be black. I wonder why they did that. So there we are. How very, very strange. What price did it go for? Can you remember? Am I right? It was very, very high. The 12th of July, says Fishy. Yes, indeed. Scotland's national anthem. Scotland's national anthem. I've just sung it. God save the King. Sing Flower of Scotland like a real Scot. Well, Flower of Scotland is a very nice folk song written by Roy Williamson, an old Gordonstonian, and one half of a folk group called the Corries, who I saw live many times, and they were outstanding. And Flower of Scotland is based on the chorus of the Hebrew slaves from the opera Nabucco. Yes, Speed Your Journey. So you know Speed Your Journey. Speed your journey. Da-dee-dee-da-ra-ra-ra-rum. So if you think, oh, Flower of Scotland. Can you see? That's where, I think that's where Roy got the inspiration from. So there we are. Angela, thank you so much. You're very, very kind. Guys, I need 100 followers right now. You're not listening. We need 100 of you watching right now. Go up to the top left, click the plus, because this is TikTok's Top Talk Show, and you want to be part of it. Good evening, good Sir Scotty Gideon, sir. I salute you. How lovely to have you with us, sir. Welcome aboard. So there we are now, guys. Gideon is an absolute top man. If you've ever met a top man, times that 100, and you have Gideon. Gideon is in South Africa, and has a beautiful South African voice. So there you are, and he's teaching me how to braai. And Gideon is also a paratrooper, a soldier, and an airman, an expert on weaponry, and a geologist. And Gideon will back me up that there's not a thing wrong with the planet. Am I right, sir? Scotty, were you a squaddy? Don't be ridiculous. Square bashing! Your Majesty's Guard is ready to march off, sir. There we are. I'm from Lewis. Ha kamraha u hakama Kirsty. Falchi maha. There we are. Now there you are. You need your head checking singing that, son. Hughes, you need your head checking not singing that, son. Okay. Have you ever been to Scotland, Louise? I am Scottish born and bred, and I now live in Scotland again. Yes, there we go. So tell me, E30, about the price of that RS, please. That's not our national anthem, Hughes. That is our national anthem. See, before you start shooting off your gob, you should do your homework. The Scottish national anthem is God Save the King. The Scots are great monarchists. If the Scots do not get behind the king 100%, who's our head of state and sovereign lord, then independence is toast into the long grass forever. So you need to get your act together. All right, Scotty, have you been to the utopia known as Shawlands? Dwayne, of course I have. Fabulous place. Now, which hand does a UK soldier use to salute an officer? Mr. Martin, the right hand. Longest way up, shortest way down. All right. What's the first duty of a soldier, Mr. Martin? What happens to Flower of Scotland? Flower of Scotland is a lovely wee song, and we enjoy singing it. I love it with the best of them, but it's not, repeat, not 1,000 times, the Scottish national anthem. The Scottish national anthem is the first verse of God Save the King, and we can extend it to the second verse. The fourth verse hasn't been sung for 250 years for different reasons. The best chippy you've been to, Scotty. There's an absolute cracker in Thornley Bank in Glasgow. So if you get yourself in there, that's a beauty. And there's a wonderful one in Maryhill. I love the one at the Central Station. Where else have we had great chips? Oh, well, of course, Zavaroni's in Rothsay. Outstanding. Pretty good. Scotland's pretty good with its fish and chips, I can tell you. So there you have it. It depends on which side the officer is to you. No, Mr. Martin, regardless of what side the officer's on, you would never salute with your left hand. So I don't know who's filled your head with that nonsense. I tell you, I've got a 1600. I had one myself. Thomas, amazing. And Thomas, did it go for some huge money like, was it 800,000 or something? Have you ever heard the story of the 40th Royal Artillery? No, an old regiment. So Scotty's in good form tonight with his Glengarry. Gideon, absolutely, sir. Again, I salute you, sir. And I thank you for your great wisdom. Am I right, Gideon? There's not a thing wrong with the planet. and that, we need carbon dioxide. Have you ever been to the beautiful place called Charles? Of course, I told you that. I don't know, but it was playing a lot. It was in mint condition. Yeah, but I don't know that it was just the condition. I think it was the provenance that had been owned by Princess Diana. It was in stunning condition. Is that a tam o' shanter you're wearing? No, that's a Glengarry. But British troops did wear a tam o' shanter and a Balmoral. So you've got that. The Balmoral's got the tapes. The tam o' shanter is a big one. I think most of the Scottish regiments could wear tam o' shanters, but they're big, absolutely. And then you've got the berry. We know about the berry. The Atlantic Chippy Airdrie was good, so there you are. Fantastic. Left, all right, says Mr. Martin. Always right, Mr. Martin. So there you are, regardless of where the officer is. And it's not a tam o' shanter, it's a tam o' shanter. Roy is a quisling. Wow, Roy, that's an old term. Why are you a quisling? Very, very unpopular. Yes, traitors. Are you a traitor, Roy? Have you heard the stories of the 40th Royal Artillery in the Ram Raids? Was this the dock gates? So there you go. Now, what have we got here? Sing the proper flower of Scotland. Yeah, well, that is the proper flower of Scotland, is Old Flower of Scotland. But it's not the Scottish national anthem, It's God Save the King. That's our national anthem. There was a soldier, a Scottish soldier. That's there was a soldier, a Scottish soldier. Fantastic. Andy Stewart used to sing that. Scotty, it's in storage in a barn in Bells Hills, says Thomas, 2.5K, away you go. Now, what have we got here? So is Flower of Scotland not the anthem? No, Dylan. No, it never ever was. It just became very popular because we sang it at the rugby when we played England, just to wind up the opposition, a bit like the Rangers wind up the Celts. It's Harry Seacombe. Joking apart, it's so interesting, Andrew, you've said that. I had an old friend and he said, Scotty, you're a dead ringer for Harry Seacombe. Now, I told somebody this and they went, I don't see that at all. And then I spoke to somebody else. And then I saw a picture of Harry Seacombe and it was like looking in the mirror. Now, I don't often see it myself, but somebody said it's Harry Seacombe. Isn't that interesting? So, Andrew, I'm fascinated by what you've come up with. Poke Zach says Rangers or Celtic. Poke Zach, go on to my TikTok channel at Scottie McClue, and you will see, in fact, go on to the YouTube channel that you're watching now, check out the videos, and you'll see one for Rangers and one for Celtic, right? So make up your mind. It's make your mind up time, guys. I tell you. Good evening, Scotty. What you up to, Scotty boy? Scotland the Brave on the pipes. I'll maybe give you a wee tune on the squeeze box. Would you like that at some point? So there we go. Now then, do you like mint imperials? JD, I haven't had them for a long time. My grandfather used to have them in his waistcoat pocket. And he would give you a mint imperial. Yes. Before 1917, for other ranks, i.e. not officers, the salute was given whichever hand was furthest from the person being saluted, whether it was the right or the left, before 1917. Well, we're not in 1917 now, Mr. Martin. So I leave you to come to that inescapable conclusion. Thank you for my hat and mustache. Can I look up your kilt, please? Of course you can. If you get a book on tartans, check out my kilt. You'll see it in the pictures, and then you can look that up and work it out for yourself. No problem at all. Whoa! I've just been given a beautiful crown, a bouquet. What have I been given? Let's find out. What have we got here? Louise, you've just got the number 2 gifter badge. You're all right, Scotty, mate. Geology isn't a real science. Oh, don't tell Gideon that. Gideon, is geology a real science? Maybe it's an art. Sing Flower of Scotland, says here. Yes, that's a different thing. We can't sing it anyway because we'd get a copyright. So there we go. I'm just seeing. Absolutely correct, good sir. Says Gideon, the Earth is okay. We're going through normal geological cycles. So do you think, Gideon, they're just trying to screw a bit of money out of us by giving us a cheeky 16-year-old telling us that we're getting climate change? Fantastic. 722,500 it's sold for. Now, did I not say something like 800,000? I'm sure I did. Never been to Ibrox, so want to go. What's it like? Have a look on the TikTok video. Check out Scottie McClue's TikTok videos, and you'll see it there. It's fantastic. Yes, Ibrox, you'll see it behind me. How are things in Glockamora? Do you know that John F. Kennedy received news that his sister had died in an air crash along with Lord Fitzwilliam in 1948, heading to the south of France, and the plane crashed. It was a de Havilland Dove, and the weather caught it and smashed it into a mountainside. The pilots were killed, and so was Kathleen Kennedy and Lord Peter Fitzwilliam. Tragic, lovely people. And when John F. Kennedy got the news, he was listening to How Are Things in Glockamora. And it comes from the musical. Oh, what's the musical? How Are Things in Glockamora? And John F. Kennedy was listening to that, and his tears were just running down when he got the news that Kathleen had died. What does it come from? How Are Things in Glockamora? And it comes from, I think it's 2 words. Oh, I just can't grab it at the moment. You have a good salute. You can't have been an officer. Yes, because the officers return the salute, don't they? Or they should do. Is that a KOSB badge? No, that's my own badge. That's the hand of justice. Yes, because I am a man of laws. There we are. Well said, Scotty. Finian's Rainbow. Am I right? Was it from... Guys, can somebody look up Finian's Rainbow? How Are Things in Glockamora? So there we are, and we'll see what is what. £722,000 Ford Escort. Diana's Ford Escort went for, guys. What do we sing at our rugby games and football games? Flower of Scotland, our national anthem. No, Hughes, you're still getting it wrong. Which part are you not understanding? Guys, would you mind if I tried to, without any patronizing tone in my voice, tell Hughes the national anthem of Scotland is God Save the King? Capiche, Hughes? Do I need to repeat it? Once more for Hughes. Hughes, this is for you. The national anthem for Scotland is God Save the King. A lovely folk tune written by the wonderful Roy Williamson, an old Gordonstonian, and one half of the Corries, who used to be the Corrie Folk Trio and Paddy Bell, but ended up with Roy Williamson and Ronnie Brown, outstanding performers and lovely people. And Roy wrote Flower of Scotland. It is not, repeat, not the national anthem of Scotland. Now, Are you getting that message? Because if you're not, let me know and I'll say it again. And I'll try and not be patronizing till you get the message. Okay, cookie. Guys, can you all follow me, please? Do you believe in aliens? I think we've got a few on here tonight. So it would be foolish not to. Plus, officially. It's hot in here tonight, guys. Officially. Officially, there's too much denial for aliens not to be possible. So there we go. Thomas says, Scotty, need joking, sold the RS back in 2002 for that money. That's where it went. The guys still got it, not for sale. So there you are. What do you mean, need joking? The RS went for 2002 for that money. Oh, so it went for small money at first. Is that what you're telling me? Unless the countries are separate, like in football, rugby, the Commonwealth Games, surely it's Flower of Scotland. Surely we have two anthems. No, am I dead yet? We have a sporting anthem, but that's totally different from the national anthem. Capiche? Okay. What a job I've got with you guys. You're beautiful people, but I have to tell you and tell you and tell you. And some of you just will not take a telling. Right, guys, I need everybody following right now. So we need another 100 followers as quickly as possible. Why does Scotland want independence? Kate, let me explain very quickly, and this is not patronizing at all. This is me just telling you. In 1603, Scotland took over the English crown. It is still Scottish, yeah? But it's a united crown. Because Sir, what was his name again? Sir so-and-so rode north all day, fell off his horse at Holyrood House, not carelessness, he was exhausted, covered in mud and blood, and kissed the hands of James VI of Scotland, Mary, Queen of Scots' son. He then became James I of England. So we had a Scottish king, a Stuart, running Scotland and England, right? That's the union of the crowns. 104 years later, Queen Anne, the last of the Stuarts, was up to no good, jiggery-pokery, and thought, I could screw a lot of money out of Scotland. And William had made, King William had made Scotland bust by pulling his money out of the Darien scheme in the isthmus of Panama, where people were offered a new life, right? And they were left to die of disease and starvation because King William, who was a real baddie, pulled his money out. Scotland was struggling. Also, the nobles had been fighting each other. Queen Anne was cute. She was an angry woman, and she was very cute. And she decided she could bribe the Scots nobility for things like a fiver, a tenner, 15 quid, 20 quid, some as much as 25 quid. There might even have been one took 50 quid. And these swarthy, slippery characters at the time, the parcel of rogues, sold out Scotland's rights to Queen Anne. Now, we had a parliament with 300 members. By the time the union had been very, very badly put together through skullduggery and jiggery-pokery and bribery and corruption, plus a change, then this very poor piece of legislation was put together with the promise that it would be 50-50. This was the union of the parliaments. Politics and the crown are disunited, Yes. From 1688, the Glorious Revolution, which put an end to absolute monarchy, the power of the king being everything, or the monarch, and put the power in the hands of the people through Parliament. Start of democracy. All right? Scotland wants away from Westminster because Westminster is bleeding it dry. Scotland subsidises the UK to the tune of £75 billion a year. So everybody's doing well out of Scotland except Scotland itself. Yeah. So if we had a really good, high quality Scottish government, then independence would definitely be the way to go. But I am advocating to whoever is in charge of these decisions, the First Minister and the leading party, the senior civil servants, say to Westminster, we will not push for independence pro tem if Scotland gets to keep all of its income until the Scottish economy is rebuilt and we have the reparations from Culloden, rebuild Linlithgow Palace, and also we have reparations from Margaret Thatcher's premiership and the damage she did to Scottish industry. Once Scotland's up and running again, then perhaps we could agree to give Westminster a loan. All right? Capiche? Everybody got that? Aye, Scotty, you needed some TLC. Wish they're going for 30 to 40 grand now. Wow. I know, it's amazing. My first car was a 1952 Austin A40 Somerset. £20. I think they're going for about 10 grand now and things like that. If we had a proper government, I think the intent is there. Syphilis, of course the intent is there. And that's why people like myself, who were staunch unionists until they started doing their homework, and I mean 50 years of studying international politics and current affairs and the monarchy, and we could get things properly on the go. And although I'm not political, I would offer to run the media for Scotland. Have you ever heard the story? Yes, we're still at that. Okay, the new. There we are. E30, you keep spamming me with the RAM raids. You need to stop spamming or I'll have to ban you. You know what I'm saying? So who have we got here, guys? Follow us if you can. Do you believe in extraterrestrial life? Yes, I wouldn't be surprised. Up the Royal Artillery, says BT. We salute you, BT. A very fine regiment of the British Army. So they are the only TikTok with a windscreen wiper. Dr. Blacker, are you spitting at me? There we are, fantastic stuff. Doing the Swanee with Dr. Blacker, says everybody. DINKY-DOO, Mr. McCLUE, do you think there's extraterrestrial intelligence on Mars? There could be anything on Mars. Guys, I'm going to have to go. This has been so beautiful tonight. End up in London and wanted to come back to lovely Edinburgh. Somebody tell me what happened. Gerald Zolowski. We say to you, DINKY-DOO. Guys, I love you so much, but we've got to dash. We are out of time. Stay fabulous. Take great care of your dear selves. Set your notifications. DINKY-DOO. Tell me when Scottie McClue goes live. Check out the YouTube channel and subscribe. I love you. Stick out your tongue and say ta-ta. Ta-ta. Isn't that beautiful? Mega shout out, Scotty. Always a pleasure. Sanunia Bidnees. How lovely to have you with us. Always a pleasure. Tremendous. Guys, tonight has been outstanding. I thank you. And a big DINKY-DOO from me, Scottie McClue. Fantastic. Right. How do we sort this? Oh, stick out your tongues, YouTubers. Papa, Papa, Papa.